Hi everyone, it's Kyle. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm going to be showing you today how to take your DL-44 blaster, which you can purchase off Amazon for about $17 American or 25 Canadian, from looking like this, orange and white plastic, to this. Took a little over an afternoon, really simple, only need a few art tools and a couple types of paint. First off, I'm going to start with, this is completely optional, drilling out the holes on the muzzle flash, add to the realism of the authenticity of the real DL-44, and then also this part is also optional. If you have a Dremel, it'd be probably best to sand out, cut away that middle portion of the blaster. I didn't like the screw holes that were in it, so I added Bondo to cover each one of them up, just to show you, indicate which ones were covered as well. And afterwards I use 220 grit sandpaper, not to be too rough on the plastic because it's a toy gun, to sand away the excess Bondo until I got to my desired liking. Now I use Krylon paint because it binds well with the plastic and need when you're going to be putting all your art coats, opposed to taking some off because it drips or runs and you spend what could have been a project that's done in the better half of the afternoon to now taking much longer than that. Afterwards, I applied a Tremclad silver coat. You can use whatever type of metal color spray paint that you want. And then I covered the entire gun after the primer had dried. Then I moved on to adding mustard, yes mustard, for masking. This will try to mirror the same effect of real paint chipping off a gun without having to go through the wear and tear. I also masked the end of the gun and then covered it up. I used black automotive paint because that's the only black paint I had on hand. Once again, showing you the full amount of it being covered before it was then off to weathering. Now before doing the weathering, I am removing the mustard by just using a damp tissue or paper cloth. It'd probably be best to use a paper cloth because it doesn't have the tissue fibers. Now I'm using a wash of matte black and water and putting it over the crevices and then wiping away. That way the low points are left with the dark. It is best to slowly build it up in layers, that way you can get to your desired amount. For the black, for showing the depth to it, I use yellow and then once again wipe that away and use some dry brushing of silver on the edges of the gun to also add to the weathering. Now once you've done that, you will get the finished product of what you have shown as the two pictures. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. A really simple build to do, and hope you guys have a good day.